Welcome back to Tech Stack for all you tech enthusiasts. In this video, we will discuss variables and data types. Since we are working in Angular, everything we write is actually in TypeScript. TypeScript is basically a superset of JavaScript, which means everything you can do in JavaScript, you can also do in TypeScript, plus a lot more features like strong typing. TypeScript gives us better code quality, fewer bugs, and a cleaner structure, which is why Angular uses it by default. Now open the Pages folder in the integrated terminal. Once the terminal is opened inside the Pages folder, create a new component named Variables using the Angular CLI. Let's start with data types. In every programming language, the very first concept we learn is data types. In JavaScript, we used to declare variables using the var keyword. Var emp_name equals tuyon. In TypeScript, first we declare variable emp_name. Then you provide its data type string. Then you provide its value John. So here we created a variable named emp_name. We defined its data type as string and then assigned the value John to it. You can also assign the value directly without explicitly mentioning the data type. TypeScript will automatically detect the data type based on the value you provide. Now hover over both variables. You'll notice that TypeScript automatically detects both of them as string data type. Now let's declare a variable of type number. We declare a variable named empid and assign it the value 14. Now let's declare a variable of type Boolean. We declare a variable is active and assign value false. Now let's declare a variable of type date. We declare a variable dated of type date and assign it the current date and time using new date. String, number, Boolean, and date are the four basic primitive data types in TypeScript, and we have covered all of them. Next, let's create an array of strings called department list. We declare a variable department list as an array of strings and initialize it with the values HR and IT. Now let's create an object to store employee data. Here, we create an object named empObj with two properties, name set to John and email set to john@mail.com. Now let's create a list to store multiple employees. Here, we create an array called EMP_list that stores multiple employee objects. Each object has properties name and email. For example, the first employee has name, John, and email, john@mail.com. Now, let's declare a constructor in our Angular component or TypeScript class. A constructor is executed whenever an object of a class is created in any programming language. In Angular, the constructor is called whenever a component is rendered. Now, let's access the department name variable inside the constructor using the this keyword. The this keyword points to the current class, so whenever a variable or method is defined in a class, you can access it using this. Let's try assigning a number value to the variable. You'll see an error occurs because the variable was declared with a different data type, and TypeScript enforces type safety. Now, let's run the project using the Angular CLI command, ngserve. This will compile the application and start the development server so we can see the changes in the browser. Now, let's display the variables component inside the app component. First, copy the selector of the variables component and use it as an HTML tag in the app component HTML. Next, copy the class name of the variables component and add it to the imports array of the app component decorator so Angular recognizes it. Now, let's display the variable department name in the component HTML using double curly braces. This is called interpolation, and it's one of the ways to bind data from the component class to the template. In our next video, we will cover data binding in detail. Perfect. You can now see the department name displayed in the browser. If you're passionate about learning new technologies, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tech Stack, and keep learning new skills. Thank you. And remember, consistency is the key to success.